Lollapalooza is coming back in 2021 in the wake of COVID-19. You know, we're still in lockdown here up here in Ontario, Canada, but they're getting ready to rock again down in the US. It's been confirmed to be back at Grant Park in Chicago from July 29th to August 1st. Bands on the bill include Foo Fighters, who will be headlining, Limp Bizkit, Jimmy Eat World, Journey, Band of Horses, Modest Mouse, Young the Giant, Angels and Airwaves, All Time Low. And there are going to be some criteria that fans are going to have to meet if they want to go down to Grant Park in Chicago to go to Lollapalooza. They're going to need a full COVID-19 vaccination and negative COVID-19 test results before they go to the show. And people who aren't fully vaccinated need to get a test for every day that they go to the concert. So if you're going to Friday, you're going Saturday, going Sunday, you need to get a fresh COVID test 24 hours before each show if you're not fully vaccinated. So it's a great lineup, very much a reason for people to get back and go to a show. I've never been to Lollapalooza, but you have, Dave. If we were able to go, and if you were in a position to go down there, would this lineup be enough to get you to go down to Chicago?
You know, it's tough, man. It's one of those things. I used to go down there all the time and check out Lollapalooza, and it was always fun, and we always had great bills. And the last, I don't know, 8 to 9 years have been kind of weak. Like the bands that are on there are not, they're not pulling me from Canada for a 10-hour drive down to Chicago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
For the so
yeah, the last time I was there, the Foos were there. You know, it would take something big. It would take like a Rage or the Foos or somebody like that I'm really diehard for to get me out there. But it's an amazing time, and if no one's ever been to Lollapalooza at Grant Park, the park's right on Lake Michigan, and it's right on Michigan Avenue, and you can stay on Michigan Avenue in a beautiful hotel and walk across to the park and take breaks through the day. It's a beautiful experience. And I would love to go back, and I can't wait. But then, the passport thing, I think that's what's going to happen now. We're just going to have to adapt to this, whatever they want, whatever keeps people safe, but allows things to go on, has to be,
yeah, for sure,
have to be put in place.
Yeah, definitely, and I understand. I wouldn't mind providing that information to go down to a concert. The funny thing about it is that look, one thing I missed about concert posters that Lollapalooza reminded me of today is when you look at the concert poster and it's like reading an eye chart, and they do this for everything: Coachella, Lollapalooza, everywhere. So you got the big names at the top, and they just progressively get smaller as you go to the bottom. And I often wonder, do other bands, the ones that are on the bottom, do they feel slighted by this? Obviously they're on the lower rung of the band, so they might not be Foo Fighters or Jimmy Eat World, but it's just so hard to read once you get to the bottom. It makes me wonder, what's the point of listing every single band on the bill, because they're going to be barely legible at the bottom.
Yeah, it's one of when you have these super 3-day shows, it's ridiculous. On my wall right now, I have a Lollapalooza 20th anniversary poster, and there's like 200 bands, and it's like in a space this big, So it's one of those things. I think what it is that if you're gonna go, you're gonna want to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. As a band, we've been on bills where we're not on the top bill, for sure. And I don't know. Sometimes it's just fun to be on a bill with some of your heroes.
Yeah, even when you get down to the bottom and you can barely see it, it's like Fools Union right at the bottom. Can't you see us? And there's no way that you're going to be able to see all those bands in one weekend anyway. But there are so many random bands. Every time I read these posters, I'm just like, how can there be so many random bands that I've never heard of? But
though,
we're in a random band that nobody's ever heard of too. So
in their defense, the programmers at Lollapalooza do set it up in a way that you experience bands that you wouldn't normally experience. So, by the way they program the festival, you'll be waiting to see Portugal the Man, and they'll have somebody that you wouldn't have gone to see opening for the Portugal Man, so you catch the end of their set. And I've been turned on to a lot of bands that way. I got into the Silver Sun Pickups, catching the end of their set before the Wailers.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like
There
I'm
you
sitting
go.
there waiting
Yeah.
for the Whalers, or everybody's rolling joints and drinking beers, and I got to see the Silver Sun pickups, and I was like, who the hell are the Silver Sun pickups? And by the end, I was like, these guys are great. They're
Yeah.
great rock bands. Same thing happened to me with Cold War Kids too. I was
Right.
waiting for OK Go, and uh, Cold War Kids were on it. They don't get up in. But I think maybe I had seen like one late night show or something. But sometimes you get those gems, where you luck out.
Yeah, so Lollapalooza is coming back in 2021. Obviously, we can't go this year, but it's going to be a good one, and we're looking forward to eventually going back to a festival. It's been quite a while since, well, I guess we played a festival a couple years ago when we played What the Fest in Brantford. We played that one, and that was pretty cool as well. So we'll get back to a festival eventually, whether it be on stage or in the audience. I feel like I'm not usually the type to go into the pit. I'm usually the kind to stand back and just enjoy the show. But man, I feel like I'm gonna get back in the pit when shows come back. I'm gonna rage, man. It's gonna be amazing.
Me too, man. I'm getting the leathers out and getting the spikes on my collars.
Yeah,
Shit's going down.
I know. I'm gonna beat some people up. That's what I'm gonna. Peaceful, peaceful.